The morning after the night before, and a very wet visit for the dogs to Frodsham in Cheshire to meet Otto Kueres, the trainer of Noir's Duke, who finished 6th in the Laurels final at Belle Vue. Otto has been at the Manchester track for 10 years and along with his partner Diane now runs a large kennel of 80 dogs. But how did he first get started?
I used to have pigeons and I got in with a lad that had a greyhound on Chester, and I went half shares with him with a bitch, and that was it then. The pigeons went and we just got bigger and bigger in the dogs.
Good times?
Yeah, good times. I had good times on the flaps. A lot of nice lads on the flaps as well, you know, good dog men. And had some good times, good bit of fun, yeah. Enjoyed it.
What made you turn licensed?
Ambition, really. I like to win things and try and do the best you can, really, try and win something nice. Like, I suppose everybody wants to win the derby, don't they? And, but it's hard to get a dog good enough. But you just keep trying, and we haven't done too bad, really, over the years.
Otto's latest open race team features Noir's Duke, who achieved a career best when reaching the Laurels final.
When he first started racing at Belle Vue, he looked really good, and he just fell back. We took him to Nottingham and he didn't run great, and I checked him over and couldn't really find a lot wrong with him. But he was just a bit sore in his throat, so I had him to the vets here and we couldn't sort of fathom out the problem, and he just wasn't in himself, like, and I sent him over to Brian Jones in Dublin, and he found that he'd got a problem with a bone in his throat pushing on his tonsils, so he removed his tonsils and sorted him out, and he's just coming back now, so really he hasn't had a lot of running and we don't really know how good he is. But he ran great in the semi-finals and the heats, and when he ran in the final last night, when he come away fairly handy because he stayed strong, I just thought he had a great chance going into the first bend, and then he sort of veered off and went wide, and really wide, and which he hasn't done, and then he went really wide on the bottom two bends, and was a bit disappointed in his run in the final, but we'll just have to get him checked now and make sure there's nothing untoward, if he's just got a tweak in a muscle or something like that. But the dog was really well, and we were expecting a big run out of him.
Initial reports suggest all is well, and he's bound for the Eclipse at Nottingham starting next Monday. And assuming this week's trial goes smoothly, the track and trip should suit this strong running sort.
I think a lot of the dog, I think he's a top class dog. It's just that he lost all his puppy racing with him being ill and that, and I think he's class, so I'm just hoping that things go well for him, and in the next few months he starts to come to himself again.
Otto has some decent bitches in his kennel, including the versatile and well-travelled Charlie's Dream, who is bound for the Oaks at Wimbledon, along with the very talented Noir Serena, seen here winning the Autumn Puppy Cup final at Nottingham in fine style.
She's only a young bitch, she's only like a January 05, so we're looking to the future for her as well. So with 2 or 3 really decent dogs, young dogs, so I'm hoping things will go well for us in the next few months.
And perhaps Noir Serena's future is over further?
Yeah, she does seem to stay, whether she'll stay 6'4", I think she'd stay the 590 well. But how far she would stay, won't know really till we've put her over the trip. But she's doing well enough over the 4 bends at the minute, so we'll leave her at that for the time being anyway.
Another one of your dogs, perhaps a little bit more exposed, a bit more form under his belt, but he seems to have really hit a golden patch of form now, which is Nevada Blue.
Yeah, Nevada Blue. He's a dog that keeps himself. He seems to be well all the time, and he's never still. You know, when you put the lead on him, he's jumping about. He's active all the time, and he keeps his form well. And he's come on a lot. He won at Walthamstow last week and a big price. I think he was 16 or 20 to 1. He run at Monmore. He was just beaten in the semi-finals for a qualifying spot by Charlie's dog, the zigzag dog. Yeah, he's done really well.
Nevada Blue put in a typically battling performance here to beat the likes of Journey North and Raging Jack. And he illustrates how Otto is prepared to travel a long way with his dogs if he feels the race conditions will suit. He's not worried if his dog starts at a big price, but does he like to have a punt as well?
No, because I think if I have a bet, I'll put the Jonah on the dog, so I don't. No, I don't very rarely have a bet. I might have an odd, if I'm open racing, I might have 10 or 20 quid, but no, I don't really bother. I hate losing money. No, it's we one or two lads that like a bet. Peter Oliver likes a bet, but I don't usually bet, not very often now.
Apart from the Derby, what's the race you'd most like to win?
The Laurels. No, I think any big Category 1 race really. But the Derby's, it's the pinnacle of dog racing, isn't it? And you suppose if you're keen, you've got to go for the top one. So I might never win it, but I'll keep trying.